Now is the time for Shibarmy to grow. A huge upgrade is on the way that will try to raise the price of Shiba, and it's like never before. But what am I really talking about? Let us find out. Not to beat it is normal for blockchain to change and make progress all the time because it is always changing. Puppy net, which is the test net for Shibarmy, is getting a big update right now. What is Pinnet? Though just a quick reminder, a test net, also written as test network, is a separate blockchain setting that is used for testing and building for coders. It lets them try out new features for Shiba and Shibarmy. You can try smart contracts and look for bugs or security holes without affecting the main blockchain. A test net is similar to a sandbox or a simulation setting when it comes to making software before putting out a new app, or game developers often make a sandbox where they can try different features, find and fix bugs, and make sure everything works well. In the same way, the test net for cryptocurrencies gives coders a safe place to try out and improve their code before putting it on the live blockchain, which is similar to when a product is finally released. Also, I already said that Shibarmy's test net is getting a big update. It could mean that if the tests go well, this update will be added to Shibarmy, which will touch all of us. This is huge news, but what's the point of this upgrade? The Girly network is being replaced by the Sequoia network as the base layer 1 for Shibarmy's test net. It's fine if you didn't understand a word I just said. This upgrade is important for the Shiba Inu environment, and I'll explain it in a way that even a 5-year-old can understand. Changing from an older blockchain to a younger one is like switching from a traditional book of records that were kept by hand to a complex computerized accounting system. In the old method, transactions are recorded by hand, which takes time, and switching to the more recent blockchain chain is like getting a digital record book with extra features. Automation speeds up transactions, makes them safer, and makes management more efficient. The automated system changes the way records are kept and makes it easier to do. Similarly, the upgraded blockchain adds new technologies, better scaling, and more features, making it a stronger and more useful platform for managing digital transaction. You should already know what a blockchain is, but let me give you a quick example to help you remember. A blockchain is like a shared notebook that is kept and used by a group of friends. It is a digital log or accounting system as each friend writes down deals. The notebook has things like who owes who money written down, and everyone in the group has a copy. This is where things get interesting. Everyone in the group has a say in what goes in the notebook, so no one person is in charge. When someone wants to add a new deal, the group talks about it and adds it to everyone's notebook at the same time. If everyone agrees, multiple copies of the information keep it safe, and when a page is finished, it is sealed and tied to the one before it, making a chain of pages or blocks. In this way, no one can change the data without everyone else being aware of it. Everything is clear. The community keeps the records. Everyone has a copy, and all changes are approved by everyone in the digital world. This decentralized and safe way of keeping track of deals works a lot like a blockchain. Let's go back to the news. It's almost time for Shibarmy's test net to switch to the Celia network as its new layer 1. The Girl network is leaving in the world of coins. Layer 1 refers to the main blockchain layer. This is where most of the deals and checks happen. A layer 1 blockchain is like the base of a tall building. Layer 1 is the foundation that holds up the whole building and makes sure it stays stable. In the same way that the base is important for the strength of a building, layer 1 is important for the safety and functionality of a blockchain network. A lot of the time, any extra features or improvements are put on top of this foundational layer, like floors in a building. All right, let's get back to the update. Sepalo, which was just accepted, provides a stable and controlled testing environment that is very similar to the Ethereum main in terms of features and functions. What the Shiba Inu was built on, this change in strategy is very important to make sure that developers can try their dApps and smart contracts on a platform that they can count on. But just what is Sepolia? Sepolia is a test net for proof of stake. The Sepolia test net is a distributed test network based on blockchain. Its goal is to give users a safe place to test and install decentralized apps. This change is similar to how blockchain technologies are always changing and shows how important it is to use systems that are more scalable and efficient. Shibarmy has a bigger plan for growth than just moving to Celia. At the same time, the network is working on version updates that promise faster transaction times, more clever contract features, and better user experiences. These changes are very important for making Shibarmy an even better blockchain ready to meet the needs of the modern world as they grow. The proof authority consensus method is the one that Gurley uses. Proof of stake is used by Sequoia. I will show you a few ways that Sequoia's consensus method is better than Gurley's. Validators are just people who are in charge of checking over a deal. When people join Sequoia, they are chosen based on how much cryptocurrency they are ready to put up as collateral. With this method, the goal is to spread power among more people. Supporting the spread of power, Gurley only trusts a small group of pre-approved validators, who are also sometimes called experts. It's efficient, but because the powers are set, it can become more centralized. For Chalia, it means that more people can join because anyone with a big enough share can become a validator. This openness can make the network more flexible and able to change. The Gurley network might have stricter rules about who can be a validator, which could limit the variety of people who can join and how they can change, while it might depend on the coin in question on whether or not it is beneficial. On the other hand, we talk about decentralization and Shiba Inu. In case you didn't know, the Shiba Inu is often linked to decentralization in the world of cryptocurrencies. The people who live in Shiba Inu have a strong society that is involved in its growth and government. The project began as an experiment in building communities, and the participation of communities is still an important part of Shiba Inu decentralization. To give out the first Shiba Inu tokens, decentralized methods like airdrops and decentralized finance tools were used. This decentralized spread of tokens helps keep ownership from becoming too concentrated and encourages a wider range of users using smart contracts to run its tasks. Shiba Inu works on the Ethereum blockchain. Smart contracts can run on their own, so there is less need for central control. This follows the ideas of decentralization because it gets rid of single points of power. Shiba Inu doesn't have a central body or a business that watch over its activities. Decisions and changes are often suggested and talked about in the community, which makes it less powerful for a single group. People in the Shiba Inu group often start new projects, initiatives, and partnerships in the ecosystem. This decentralized way of thinking about innovation encourages a lot of different inputs and ideas. Shibaswap, the decentralized market that works with Shiba Inu, has liquidity pools where users can put their assets. This decentralized exchange approach helps make the ecosystem more open and spread out. How do you feel about that? Are you in the Shiba Army? Write what you think in the box below. There's more good news. In case the planned layer 1 migration wasn't enough to make you happy, Shibarmy is offering a new way to burn tokens that is very important to the way the network makes money. This mechanism is designed to carefully lower the number of tokens available. This could raise the value of the token and help its ecosystem. The burn process works in 2 steps. Number 1 being the hand-in part. First, the official deployer wallet will be in charge of overseeing the burn process by hand. This hands-on method makes sure that adjustments and monitoring are done carefully, which is good for the health and long-term viability of the network. To make the needed changes to the network, validators and node owners will need to work together. The second part of the burn process is the automatic change. In January, the process will change into a system that is run by computers. In this phase, there will be a number of changes that are meant to make things more reliable and efficient. The automatic burn process will stick to set rules, which will make it easier to understand and use. The network's adoption rate is a key factor that affects how well the burn process works, as Shibarmy sees a big rise in the number of transactions and petrol fees, which could go up by as much as 1,000. The process of burning tokens will also get bigger. This link is very important. Tokens will be burned more often if more people use and join the network, setting up a cycle of growth and value gain that will last. The network will be upgraded in a number of ways that will make both manual and automatic burning better. The purpose of these